This quick how to help video is going to show you how to use trigonometry to find missing angles in right angled triangles. Now, we've done a previous video on finding missing sides. I have linked that in because if you haven't seen that, in that video, we go through clearly how to label the sides. So we're not actually going to do that in this video. We're going to go straight into a couple of examples so that you can see how it differs and how much of it is actually the same as finding a missing side. Okay, let's crack on and do our first example. Okay, so we're going to find this missing angle. Now, we are going to do the exact same thing as finding the missing side. So we're not going to deviate at all. So to start off with, we will label our sides. So we've got O, H, and A. I don't need O, so cross that out, write my Sohcahtoa, and then I can see I need A and H. A and H is cos, so we get that triangle all set up, ready to use. And then we're going to substitute in the information from the diagram. So our angle is X, so we've got cos X. Our adjacent is 8, and our hypotenuse is 12. Now, this is where it's slightly different because we don't have X exactly on its own like we did when we had a missing side. But we're not going to change anything, all right? We want to have X equals. We just happen to have cos X, so that's what we're going to set up. Cos X equals 8/12. But if I want to know what X equals, I have to get it on its own. So I'm going to pick up the cos, I'm going to pick up the function and move it across to the other side. When it lands, it will land as its opposite, which is cos -1. And that is usually the shift button on your cos calculator button. So we've got X equals cos -1, 8/12, which equals 48.189. On and on it goes, which equals 48.2 degrees. Please make sure that you are writing down everything on your calculator display before you do your rounding. Okay, so let's see another example. So I have got my opposite, my hypotenuse, and my adjacent. I don't need the adjacent, so I've crossed that off. Write down your Sohcahtoa. We've got O and H, so it's sine, and get that triangle popped in. Now transfer the information over. We've got sine X equaling 8.4, the opposite, and 10.2, the hypotenuse. Sine X is equal to 8.4 divided by 10.2. Pop that across, and you have got X equals sine -1, 8.4 over 10.2. Pop that in your calculator, and you will get the results. Now remember, make sure that you are writing down everything. If something goes wrong with your rounding, if it's an exam question, certainly you want them to be able to see that you had the right answer. Okay, I hope you found that useful. Please do take a look at the sides video if you haven't and you have found that a little tricky to follow, because the sides video really breaks everything down in a bit more detail than this one does.